Hey everyone, Gengar here. So in today's premium review we're gonna take a look at the Heinkel 219 A7, which was just introduced in patch 1.59, which was released today. We're gonna look at its strengths, we're gonna look at its weaknesses, and we're gonna see if this plane is worth your money. I'll see you in the match. Hey guys, so we have been climbing, of course, and we have gotten ourselves up to pretty nice altitude, 5200 meters in this plane. The first thing we saw was this Sterling, and we're trying to get to him. Can't reach that though, stalling out here. This plane is heavy as hell, and the elevator couldn't pull it up in time. So we're closing in again. Mac, one of my squadron mates, was flying with me today, together with Terra. And we were competing for this kill. I decided to make a long distance shot. And got a crit, a hit, and we get him destroyed. So the 430mm and the 220mm are fantastic. We didn't meet any other plane though, we continued to climb for a while, so I'll see you when we get back into the action. See you in a sec. This plane doesn't particularly climb well. It does get an air start, and it needs it as well, because if you want to get to any altitude from the ground up, yeah, we wish you good luck. But from an air spawn this plane has a chance, let's say that. So we did climb to 6600 meters here, and our first target that got in range is a Spitfire. Now I was flying with two of my squadron mates in this match, and Terra, one of them, is at the moment attacking this Spitfire. And let's see how this situation develops. Now the initial acceleration on this plane is not too good, but once it picks up speed it's pretty quick in a dive for a heavy fighter, let's say that. Because they describe this plane as fast, and it is fast, but for a heavy fighter, not for a normal fighter. Most of the normal fighters are faster than you, and you can outspeed some of them in a dive, but if you face a BF 109 for example, he will outdive you as well. And there is more such examples. So this plane is fast, but not that fast. It's fast for a heavy fighter. Climb rate is average, as you can expect for such a heavy plane. It has fantastic firepower with 4 30mm and 2 20mm. Originally in the war this plane was used as a night fighter, thus the radar in the front, but of course in War Thunder there is no guarantee on a night map. I don't know, I haven't seen a night map in 3 months or something. So you're gonna play this plane in daylight. And when it comes to that, your only defense is altitude. As a boom and zoomer it's quite nice. If you have to maneuver with people, again, for a heavy fighter this plane is pretty maneuverable. It feels nice, it flies alright, you have a nice control of the aircraft. It's a great joy to fly, but if you face any single engine fighter, then this plane is not maneuverable anymore. Unless the enemy pilot can't fly and makes mistakes so that you can make profit of that. I have seen that a few times, but in a roll, for example, rolling scissors, I shot somebody down, but it was because this person made a mistake. It is not because this plane was so much more maneuverable. It wasn't more maneuverable at all actually, but the person overshot and I could shoot him or her down. But yeah, so I am a little bit mixed about this plane because, you know, it's designed as a night fighter. It looks fantastic, by the way. Look at that. This is player made. This is the first plane I believe that is sold, and the player who made it actually gets a piece of the pie, and I'm very happy with that. Makes me feel good about buying this plane. I wish that guy a lot of money, but Okay, you're looking at this plane to use it as a fighter. What are you gonna do with it in RB? Bomber hunting is nice. If the bombers rush forward and there is no fighter cover, any single seat fighter can take you on in maneuverability, in speed. So you don't have the advantages there. You can force head-ons or you can come from above. So you definitely need to side climb with this plane. We have, by the way, gotten ourselves back into the fight here. We're looking to get this sea fire. Let's see if we can get him. So we are turning. See him through the shimmer of our, how do you call that? Fade out. Our shit, what's it called again? God damn it. Well, we saw him. That is fantastic. So, as you saw before, the last enemy fighter was hiding at their airfield, and we are with the whole team coming in to take him out. We've got some AA guns here. I thought I might as well use my 20mm to get rid of a few. You never know how long you're gonna have to stay here. And definitely don't want to be in full AA cover for a long time. You get 2 AA guns there. So Mac got shot down by the AA. We take a head on. We elevator and rudder up a little bit. Get him out of the picture. But they're without vehicles right now. I'm on fire, of course, the AA guns. You know the drill. We took a calculated risk there. We thought we could get him with attacking the airfield with the 3 of us. And we get the last AA gun with the last burst. 3 air kills, 3 ground kills. And we took 1 for the team. Yes, very nice. So let's see what kind of rewards we got. We got a 2nd place in the team with 77,000 silver lions, 15,000 research points. We got final blow and the best squad. Very nice match in this plane, enjoyable. Hey guys, my 2nd arcade match. My first arcade match was a 4-0. It was a long match, it was boring. I was chased a few times. I had to run away because they were very maneuverable planes. Once a Spitfire, 2nd time was an LA-7 as well, and it was not funny. I tried to maneuver several times with enemy fighters and I had to be saved by teammates, but I did get 4 kills in that match and in the end didn't get killed. That was nice. So in this match in arcade we tried to climb again. Because of our assaulter spawn, we have reached 4,300 meters with only a King Cobra at my right and an LA-7 below me that were climbing to altitude from enemy fighters. This PE-8 is trying to get away, and he will get away because I'm not about to lose my altitude because of him going down. I see several more bombers coming in and I decided that this plane is perfectly suited for some bomber hunting. If you can get high in an arcade match, this plane is very, very good in cleaning them up. You only really need 1 pass like this and you just wreak havoc. 4 30mm and 2 20mm cannons is gonna do terrible things to a bomber. Of course, again, it is clear as daylight in this match. And you want to be really careful how you use this plane. You need to boom and zoom with it, but it is quite tricky because it really can't climb and the energy retention isn't good. So the moment you come from a dive, the amount of energy you retain while you go back up is not the same as it was, so you will never reach the same altitude as what you came from. And there will be fighters that can match you or outperform you in a climb as you zoom out, and if they have anywhere near close the same energy level, you're not gonna run away from them. So it's a tricky plane. It's not the easiest plane I've ever flown, let's say that. Wreck another bomber. I don't mind all these bombers spawning, I think it's great. It's fantastic. Now this plane is basically suited to this role. It was also made for this role, but it was made to do it at night. And it could face an escort here and there, if it could surprise it because of its radar. But the radar doesn't do anything in this game, as we all have the radar on the right side, so it doesn't give you added benefit. And yeah, so we killed at 109 there because he wasn't paying attention, as he had already spawned for quite a while, but he apparently wasn't looking around. So you can easily boom and zoom like that near an enemy spawn while you are killing enemy bombers. The original purpose of this plane. It's 190 here, who is not paying any attention at all. Situational awareness fail 101. And we tried to get some more altitude back, but this P-38E and the LA-5 are very close behind me. And this plane is a heavy plane, and it doesn't have the best climb rate, unfortunately. And it is difficult sometimes to get your energy advantage transferred back into altitude. So you really need to be careful, and you really need to choose your engagement, the people you're gonna dive at. And when you're gonna dive it. Do they have people right behind them that have some energy? Like these two guys? Although they come straight from their spawn, both have better climb rate than me. And we are gonna pay the price. If it would only have been the P-38, we would have gotten him here. But it's also the LA-5. And the LA-5 is a light plane, single engine, and his nose is still up. And he shoots me down, unfortunately. Well, that's a match. We got 6 kills in this match. I'll see you in the conclusion. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. Now, fantastic looking plane, made by a player. I felt great knowing that this was made by a player and that I supported him. He actually gets a share of the revenue from Gaijin, which is fantastic. But of course, you guys don't want sentimental bullshit. You want to know if this plane is good enough to buy. Well, it doesn't have any bombs, so it's basically a fighter. It does have 30mm. You might use it as a ground pounder that way, but that's a quick way to die in my opinion. Use it as a fighter. Against a single seat fighters you have not many advantages. You are not more maneuverable than most single engine fighters. You are not faster than them either. You don't have a great climb rate, and you do not have great energy retention either. You do have great speed in a dive though. You have great firepower. And this plane can boom and zoom, but you gotta be very careful with how you assess energy states of enemy fighters. Like I did with that LA-5, he had enough energy to keep his nose up. I paid the price. You gotta be careful when you work in the vertical with this plane. Don't climb up too steep, and keep going straight. Make sure you have plenty of separation, and then especially in arcade you can make this plane work. If you use it in RB, I would definitely recommend flying it more often in a squad. It is fantastic as a support plane, and it is also fantastic if you do choose to fly solo as a bomber hunter. Guys, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Hey, so I hope you enjoyed the video, that you learned something there. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video. You know, those likes really make a difference. Do leave me a comment. You know, I always look forward to the comments every day. And if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. I really love to have you aboard, and don't feel shy to leave me some comments. I always try to respond to them. So again, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.